There is an ancient proverb that holds a whispered secret to longevity. A tree begins to wither from its roots. A person begins to age from their legs. For centuries, we thought this was just poetry. But today, modern science helps us understand the biology behind this wisdom. While we busy ourselves worrying about the lines on our faces or the grey in our hair, the true shift in our vitality begins somewhere hidden. Right beneath us in our legs. Many medical experts now recognize a powerful connection. The moment the strength in your legs begins to fade, the intricate systems above them, your heart, your metabolism, your energy, can often begin to slow down in sympathy. It is the foundation upon which your entire quality of life rests. So I want to ask you a question, and I invite you to answer it honestly in the privacy of your own heart. Do you trust your legs today as much as you did 10 years ago, or is there a silent hesitation, a tiny moment of doubt, every time you step off a curb or walk down a flight of stairs? If that sounds familiar, please know that you are not alone. And please do not worry. This video is not here to alarm you. It is here to empower you. In the next few minutes, we are going to uncover the early signals your body is sending. And more importantly, the elegant, simple ways to restore confidence and strength to your mobility, helping you reclaim your independence. Are you ready to strengthen your roots? Let's look at the biology behind the mystery. Ladies, before we rush into the to-dos, let's pause for a moment. I want us to truly understand the beautiful complex machinery that is our body. There is a natural process that happens to all of us. Science calls it sarcopenia. It is the gradual loss of muscle mass that begins quietly after our 30s. It is not a disease. It is simply a rhythm of nature. But here is what we need to pay attention to. This fading away happens most significantly in our legs. Now, why do doctors call our legs our second heart? It is not just poetry. It is biology. Think of your calf muscles as powerful pumps. Every time you move, they defy gravity, pushing blood back up to your heart. When these pumps weaken, your main heart has to work double time. The flow of life within you, your circulation, starts to slow down. And there is more. Your large leg muscles are actually your body's biggest sugar reservoirs. That is why healthy muscles help your body manage sugar after every meal. When they shrink, your metabolism shifts. This is why you might feel like you are eating lighter than ever, yet your blood sugar or cholesterol levels are creeping up. It is not about willpower. It is about biology. Let me ask you this. Do your legs ever feel heavy or unusually cold at the end of the day, even when it is warm outside? Of course, many things can cause this, but it is always worth listening when your body whispers. When we understand the biology, we realize something profound. Keeping our legs strong isn't just about health. It is about dignity. Let me share a story that stayed with me about a woman named Susan. At 65, Susan is the picture of the modern American woman, independent, vibrant, living in her lovely suburban home and fiercely proud of not being a burden to her children. But her life changed in a split second right in the sanctuary of her own bathroom. She simply reached up for a towel, and her legs. They just didn't have the stability to support that reach. A fall. A hip fracture. But here is the truth that breaks my heart, Susan told me. Her greatest pain wasn't the broken bone. Bones heal. Her real pain was the loss of privacy. It was the helplessness of needing a nurse or her son to help her with the most intimate daily tasks, bathing, using the restroom. She said to me, "I don't fear getting old. I fear losing the right to be myself." Strong legs are the silent guardians of our privacy, our freedom, and our self-respect. And if Susan's story feels uncomfortably close to home, that is not fear, it is awareness. Take a moment and ask yourself, what matters more to you right now? Is it comfort? Or is it the power to live life on your own terms, completely independent for as long as possible? So how do we know if our foundation is strong enough to protect that freedom? We don't need a hospital visit for this. I invite you to do a simple check-in right at home. Let's call it a conversation with your body. Geriatric experts widely use the chair stand test to check functional strength. Here is how it works. Find a sturdy chair. Sit tall. Cross your arms over your chest. Now try to stand up and sit back down 105 times in a roll call as quickly as you safely can without using your hands for support. If you can do this with grace and ease, wonderful. Keep doing what you are doing. But if you find yourself holding your breath, needing to rock for momentum, or if you absolutely must use your hands, please do not panic. This is not a failure. Think of it as a signal. Your body is waving a little flag saying, "I need some support here. Please invest in me while change is still very possible." If you can't do it right now, just think back. The last time you got up from the sofa, did you spring up or did you have to push yourself up? Being honest with yourself is the first most courageous step toward change. The good news, at 60 and beyond, women's bodies are incredibly resilient. You can rebuild and maintain meaningful strength, and you don't need a grueling boot camp to do it. We are aiming for elegance and safety. For movement, the golden rule is low impact, high consistency. Walking is fantastic for your spirit, but to keep those leg muscles, we need a little resistance. Try chair squats. Use that same sturdy chair. Stand up and sit down slowly with control. Every time you stand up with control, you are voting for your independence. Treat this not as exercise, but as a daily ritual of self-care. For nutrition, let's listen to our changing bodies. As we age, we process protein differently. If we don't get enough, our body borrows it from our muscles. So let's turn every meal into a muscle-building opportunity. Focus on bioavailable protein, a perfect hard-boiled egg, a delicate piece of salmon, or a handful of almonds. Even small, consistent amounts make a difference. A note on supplements. We hear a lot about vitamin D and calcium. They are indeed best friends to your bones. But remember, you are unique. Please have a conversation with your own doctor before starting any new regimen. They know your history better than anyone. Out of everything we shared today, what is the one small promise you can make to yourself? Will you add an egg to your breakfast? Or will you do 5 chair squats while your coffee brews? Pick one small thing and give yourself permission to start today. We often think of our legs merely as a way to get from point A to point B. But after today, I hope you see them for what they truly are, the wings of your independence. Please do not wait until standing up starts to feel harder or walking no longer feels effortless to start caring. Investing in your health is like planting a tree. The best time was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. So start nurturing your roots today. Whether it is adding a little more protein to your lunch or simply doing those chair squats we talked about. Remember, every small step you take is a vote for your future freedom. And it doesn't have to be perfect to be powerful. And if this message spoke to your heart, if you want to age, not with fear, but with agency and grace, I would be honored to have you join us. Click the subscribe button to become part of a community of women who are choosing to live vibrantly through every stage of life. I look forward to walking this path with you in the next video. Until then, stand tall and walk strong.